What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Shoshimin series, this time with Season 2, Episode 7. Not sure how many episodes we've got left, to be honest with you. I'm assuming we've got 3, as the first season was 10 episodes. I'm assuming this one is also 10 episodes. I hope it's not. I hope it's longer, but yeah, not really sure what to expect now that we've got episode 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 4 episodes left, and we've pretty much finished this arc now, haven't we? Which was awesome last week. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal from again. Getting the name again. I'm terrible, aren't I? But yeah, absolutely brutal end to the episode with Urinal getting destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. She did mention that she didn't actually kind of plan this, but she's like looking into it, and she's just gathered all these facts herself and put him on the kind of path towards the same facts that she knows. But I mentioned this last week. I'm not sure how much I believe that, to be honest. Like, there's no evidence to say it is her or anything, but I still feel like she very much organized this. I mean, at the very least, we know she organised the Urinal getting involved in this and ultimately taking the piss out of him. But I feel like she organised even more than that. I don't know. We'll see more of that today, though. Let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. So I was kind of questioning about the rest of this season, because do you reckon we'll have one more arc or a few kind of singular episodes, their own, each having their own arc. Osanai. There we go. I don't know why that name is so hard for me to remember. Again, especially considering she's my absolute favourite character from the show by a landslide. She didn't actually organise it. Interesting. I guess I was wrong. Good point. So what happened 6 years ago? Okay, so you fed different people. Oh, this is pretty genius. This is so. If someone was in the class, you'd narrow it down to that specific class. If the student is the one, if a student is the one doing this. So which class was that? 2G. So it is his friend? Like, that was my theory. Not because of these reasons. So there's things where you're totally wrong working it out, but you end up getting the answer right somehow. So yeah, do you reckon that's his close friend that we saw him chatting with this whole time? Okay, does make sense. Maybe that was like my subconscious working. Who knows? Again, my reasoning was that it was her that. Sorry, I don't really want to miss anything. Yeah, like I said, I feel like I might have got the answer right, but like my workings out totally wrong. Workings out being that she organised this and would get well, he wasn't ever my main. That's the thing. It wasn't ever my main kind of culprit, the urinal's friend. But I mean, it was a bit sus seeing his like just the scenes of urinal and him. They always like seemed a bit sus. Like, why are they showing us talking to his friend about all this? I know he's close with his friend, but like it's kind of almost unnecessary to see him going over some of the stuff with him specifically. So it always made his character. I don't remember his name, so apologies. But Urinal's friend always made him seem quite sus. But I say I was right. I guess I was right to suspect him. But like I said, he was never my main suspect. My main suspect was I forget her name again. Apologies. Little devil girl here. She was the one who I thought would actually kind of behind committing this, but I assumed she actually enlisted the help of Kabato's girlfriend's other boyfriend that she was cheating on him with. I did, yeah. So I guess I wasn't even right in the final answer, but he was a suspect of mine at some point. That is the thing, though. It's one of those things like a mystery show or something. Someone's always like Scream, for example. At some point, every character is your suspect, so you're always going to be right if you suspect everyone. It's kind of like in a similar vein to that. Oh, I was right, but I was right because everybody was a potential suspect. Everybody. That just reminds me of Randy. Shame he's not in the more recent movies. The more recent movies, not a massive fan of, to be honest. But yeah, I can't even really say I was right. I was pretty much wrong at every turn in this arc. Although I think some of my workings out were kind of right. Like, she definitely was using this to get at Urana a little bit, wasn't she? It's not in the way I thought she was. Yeah, that geezer. That bloody geezer. Yeah, as I said, pretty much actually wrong at every turn. Although again, I still wouldn't be too surprised if she ended up having more of a hand in this. I really wouldn't, even after all of this has been said. Well, that was what I was thinking. To be fair, how how did she set this up? Why did she set this up? See, the normal thing to say here would be she cheated on me. He is, to be fair. You both are. In a good way, though. Technically. You see his face when you said you had no hope in him. Yeah. I can't just leave you to be the only non-human. I'm glad they're going back on this. Good. I think that's very much the right decision, isn't it? That's bullshit. I don't know. I don't agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I agree to an extent. They are very smart, but to the degree of understanding of a human's feelings and such, obviously they're not. The thing with everything though, there's always gonna be something you're not good at. Yeah, I'm glad this happened. Like I said, even though it's all kind of settled, I still feel like she could have engineered this, and this is like the ultimate goal of why she would engineer it. Ah. That's nice to hear. That's the thing. He probably is not even going to get too offended at that because it's like logistically right. You're the best I can do for now. Imagine being told that. Yeah, you're the best I can do for now. I'll take you. Yeah, that is the thing. It's perfect for him. Whereas if you said that to me, I'd be like, wow, I'm done with you. Like I'd say I'm almost like maybe why I appreciate the show a lot because I'm almost like the complete opposite. I'd take this like the complete opposite way, and yeah, that's nice to see though. In a strange way, I guess this was nice. Good, nice. Okay. Well, to be honest, they didn't. I mean, I know it was a lot of time within this universe, but for us, luckily, they didn't spend a massive amount of time away from each other. Is he now? I wonder because I assume Ryan is no longer the head of the newspaper. A few people were toying with that kid, and you would honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if his his psyche and his like mind is actually like fucked up from this whole situation. Like the barrage he got from Mosanai at the end of last episode, and knowing that his one of his best friends was like toying with him and hated him and was just messing with him right in front of his face, like going over the clues and talking about it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he went to like some kind of mental institution after this, because he got absolutely destroyed, which is hilarious to think about. Because past like from episode 1 to 5, he was a genius. He was the one figuring this out. Who figured out the pattern. Who was the master detective with all this. He got took down a little peg by Osanai. But yeah, he got built up so much, and it just resulted in this, the ultimate failure. He's the ultimate clown, and clowned by everybody. That was. I think that again, that would do some certain psychological damage to you. Like, I'd be embarrassed to show back up to school. Absolutely destroyed him. My God. My God. Interesting. Is that another unordinary person that we just came across? What is the word for the opposite of ordinary? Unordinary. Is that a word? Extraordinary, I guess. Yeah, it's extraordinary, isn't it? Not unordinary. Unextraordinary. I'm pretty sure unextraordinary is a word as well, though. I don't know. Just about nonsense. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm interested now. I am just like this. Apologies. I'm interested now. I'm not sure Google. That's the day and age we live in, where I have to question if Google's going to help me because the fucking shitty AI results that they've implemented into this is just horrible. It's just like it's wrong more than 50% of the time. These AI results you get from Google. Unordinary. That is a word. Cool. Unextraordinary. That's a word as well. Okay, so they're all words. My bad. I'm not, as you guys can tell, I was never too good at English. I didn't. That was one of the only things I didn't pass in high school, and it took 2 years of college for me to eventually pass it, which I'm lucky I did. Funny story about that is sorry guys, I'll just go back a bit further actually. Yeah, funny story about that is on my results of that final year of college, the letter I got actually said fail, and I failed it. But luckily they actually handed me out someone else's letter and not mine. So I initially thought, oh my god, I failed. That's my last year of college. I'm fucked. But no, luckily that wasn't mine. Kind of felt bad for the guy that got mine, but it is what it is. Yeah, I was always pretty I was never interested in English class, to be honest. Oh, that's that horribly sweet thing, isn't it? Or at least it's got the same word in it as that horribly sweet thing. Yeah, it is that same thing she used to describe. I guess, yeah, I guess that actually fits quite well here as well. That's really awesome, actually, how that sweet perfectly fit the situation with urinal, and it actually fits the situation, but in a different way. It's actually quite genius, that, isn't it? Like that had the layers, and this guy these have layers as well. These two's relationship. Interesting. Hmm. Why would she do that? But why? She wanted him to think she was a suspect. Okay. Well, she fooled me as well. Done a good job of getting me as well. That would just a little payback. It wasn't revenge, just a little payback. So I'm not someone that like holds all the details to everything, but I assume in May that was when she stopped the kiss, and that was the moment like he was getting way too big for his boots and started thinking he was the top dog, the top genius, detective urinal. I went bought someone out of timer. I assume that was the time when she switched up. I can't believe she actually said that line out loud right here. It was just a little bit of payback. And that was just protection. What defines revenge then? I think she's achieved that. Full psychological destruction, essentially. He didn't like sweets. We had to get revenge because he didn't like sweets. That was it specifically. Okay. I mean, yeah. So yeah, that was the moment she switched up. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that to be like the full reason. Like I said, I expected it more so because he was getting too big for his boots and getting all lippy and way too overconfident and stretched from overconfidence to what do you call it? I forget the word for it now. Cocky. He's getting cocky, not just confident. But it was actually just the kiss. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. Well, I say fair enough, not really. She has inflicted probably a trauma upon this guy that I'm not sure he'll ever get over. So maybe not fair enough, but you got to appreciate it. You got to appreciate the effort put into it and the genius of it. Like I said though earlier on this episode, I pretty much was not right about anything. I was kind of on the right lines, I guess, with the Osanai stuff, but just I kind of overextended it a little bit. Again, she actually kind of played me a little bit, I guess, in terms of for us the viewer viewing it. It very much felt like she was behind it all, and that was actually quite genius because from Urano's point of view, that is how he also saw it. I think there was a few things like that. It's like with the candy description earlier about I think it was like the Garon something, with the whole layers of sweet. Like there was a few things like that actually that kind of, oh yeah, you know what? From the viewer's point of view, it's displayed as this thing, but it's actually works for that description as well. So yeah, another really good episode today. Pretty much almost like a bit of like an answer arc, like what we get from Higurashi, which is one of my favorite mystery shows, horror mystery. A little bit like a bit of an answer arc, just answering a lot of questions, seeing how Kabato worked things out specifically, getting more details into Osanai's involvement, figuring out who the actual arsonist was, being that guy that I think quite a lot of people were quite suspect of. As I said, I think it is, I wouldn't say majorly obvious, but when you introduce this character and his whole relationship is with the kind of main character Urano, and he just had a bit of a suspect kind of appearance in the show. There wasn't anything massively to kind of give him away or anything, but again, just his like appearance and the times he pops up just seemed a bit suspicious. He wasn't ever my prime suspect or anything. I did at some point suspect him, but like I said, I feel like everyone got a bit suspected at some point. But yeah, really love this at the end here. I do want to go back to what she said when she was describing this. Oh, I can't find it, but yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching. Really enjoyed this. Nice seeing. I guess I think it is just like with Osanai. I see her as, I mean, she's an evil girl, but maybe it's like I've got too big of an image of her like being so evil and ravenous. I'm not sure really what. It's not really a good word to capture how she is, to be honest, is there? But there's quite a few, but there's not like one word that I can like that perfectly fits her. But yeah, maybe I see her as maybe we went a bit too far in seeing her as this kind of very evil girl. the mastermind behind it, all very classical kind of shonen villain type, if you know what I'm saying. Maybe I just went a bit too far thinking she was like that. Obviously, she is very scary considering she done all this because of that kiss, and she literally psychologically destroyed him. It's ruthless, and the fact that what I was trying to get back to here was the previous arcs, her saying that wasn't even revenge, that was just like self-protection, which wasn't really, and just a little payback. Like, yeah, absolutely brutal. Can't wait to see more of it though. Do let me know what you guys think about this episode though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I really like the scene earlier on in the episode as well, with Osunai and Kabato kind of getting back together a little bit here. It was a shame to see them kind of split away from each other, but again, ultimately for us as the viewers, it pretty much was no time between them splitting up. It was a long time in kind of universe for them. I think it was like 9 months or something, right? But for us as viewers, it was literally the time between season 1 and season 2 pretty much. So not a big deal, but I really liked the scene with them kind of getting back together here. Again, let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I'll see you next week with episode 8.